morning. Good morning to everyone out there. Happy Sunday to everybody out there. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, restful, peaceful, tranquil weekend. God is great all the time. All the time, God is great. Happy NFL Sunday to everybody out there. And this is the Sean Ferrell podcast. I am Sean Ferrell. I've been having some sinus issues, so excuse me. So excuse me and forgive me for my sinus issues while I'm making this video, okay? So let's not waste no time, shall we? Let's get right into it. Okay, so there was a guy who, CFO of Bed Bath & Beyond, he ended up taking his own life. His name was, I'm going to try to pronounce this name right, okay? Gustavo Arnal is his name. Gustavo Arnal. He was the CFO of Bed Bath & Beyond. And he jumped 18 stories to his death. And his wife was also there when he jumped 18 stories. So his wife witnessed it. But he was a CFO of Bed Bath & Beyond. He worked 18-hour days and was stressed. He considered taking leave shortly before he ended his own life. And he was upset about the fallout from his 1.4 million stock sale that he generated. He pre-planned to sell and still held more than 5 million in company shares. One of his co-workers described him as carrying the world on his shoulders. And when I read that, it kind of brought up a saying for me. Just because somebody carries a heavy burden, carries a heavy burden well, doesn't mean that it's, just because somebody carries a burden well, doesn't mean that it's not heavy. He just worked so hard. And I believe he was involved in the GameStop lawsuit. I don't know if y'all remember, but there was a lawsuit that GameStop was involved in. No, he was mentioned in the lawsuit. And so he was 52 years old. He was a Venezuelan immigrant and a father of two as well. So his wife was there. So I believe she saw him in his final moments before he jumped 18 stories. And so that leads me to talk about male suicide. First, I just want to read this fact about suicide in general. Over 3 million Americans have a suicide plan. Okay? Over 3 million Americans have a suicide plan. I'm guilty as charged. At least when I was younger. Okay? And I probably brought it up before. You've heard me talk about this before, but I would write a suicide note for my parents to see. write a suicide note for my parents to see. Take a gun, blow my brains out, find me dead on the floor. So over 3 million Americans have some sort of suicide plan. And let me just say that your life matters to somebody. If your life matters to somebody, I know my life matters to several people, not just family members, but it extends beyond my family members to my new girlfriend, hey Rachel, my coworkers, friends, so you're important. I'm important to a lot of people. To the people who are watching this video, you're important to a lot of people. So don't lose hope. Like Winston Churchill said during World War II, we shall never give up. That was probably the worst Winston Churchill impression that you all have ever heard. So I ain't gonna try that again, okay? Anyway, though. So, one of the top reasons for male suicide, y'all probably hear that background noise. Just try to ignore it, okay? Because I am. Oh boy. Anyway, the top reasons for male suicide are a personal history of suicide attempts, history of physical or sexual abuse, depression, bipolar disorder, chronic pain, terminal illness, alcohol, drug or misuse, illness, physical discomfort, conflict with family and friends, retirement, unemployment, single/loneliness, this is a sad fact, but male suicide is pretty common in the U.S. That's sad, but it's common. About 60% of male suicides are not linked to mental health issues. So somebody's suicide could be contributed to, a male suicide may be contributed by financial issues, marriage ending, job loss, death of a family or a friend, stress, which is Gustavo Arnal. No. Worked 18-hour days. Was pretty stressed. For someone like me who works 12 to 13 hours a day with 2 jobs. It gets pretty damn stressful some days. Yeah, it gets pretty damn stressful some days, and it's probably going to get a little bit more, especially since busy season is right around the corner. So yeah, I probably might go from working 12 hours a day to probably working around 14 to 15. So it's stressful, but you know, I have my ways to deal, but back then I didn't have certain ways to deal with that, as opposed to now, how I deal with it at age 36, as opposed to how I dealt with it at age 23. I have meditation, got my water fountain, sandbox, candles out of sight. Listening to instrumental music, getting out in nature. So, yeah, I handle it a lot better as opposed to when I was younger. I just mentioned 60% of male suicides are not linked to mental health issues. And it could be an impulsiveness in reaction to acute stressful situations. But the people with the men who are most at risk are the ones who have access to lethal means. Guns, pills, this safe lighter that I have, that I use to light my handles. You all know that I attempted suicide. You all know that. So, despite the fact that I tried to end my life by suicide, I don't think about it as much. It still pops up from time to time. But just having that lighter back there, I'm at risk for suicide every day. Okay, y'all know that. But that lighter back there puts me at an equally dangerous risk, despite the fact that I've improved. Over the years. But so in 2019 as well, of the 47,511 suicides that occurred in 2019, 80% of males made up that 47,511. Out of the 47,511 suicide deaths that occurred in 2019, males accounted for 80% of those 47,511. 80%. Now just think if it was 85 or 90%. That is 80% is outrageously high. But what I said moments ago, male suicide is common in the U.S. It's common. It's a sad fact, but it's common. I know for me, it was financial issues, life expectations, mixed in with depression and anxiety that led me to think I would be better off ending my life. So it's Suicide Prevention Month, and let's just talk about suicide more. Let's just discuss it more. Let's have an open discussion about it. Not just about male suicide. Have a discussion about male suicide, female suicide, suicide in general. I have one good friend who I'm going to be walking with in the Walking Against Suicide coming up in a couple of weeks. That's going to be held in Memphis. I will be at the one in Nashville as well. So we're going to be walking together. So we're going to be walking together in back-to-back weeks. So she's a Christian, a devoted Christian, and she lost her husband to suicide. Her previous husband to suicide, and so you may ask, so Sean, what is the one thing that kept you from taking your own life, from ending your own life? What is the one thing that kept you from ending your own life? And I would say to that, I guess there was always that tiny sliver of hope. That tiny sliver of hope. Hope is one of the most powerful things against suicide. And I started out my videos by saying God is great all the time. All the time, God is great. I think it's my faith. I believe it's my faith in God that stops me. It's my faith in God that stops me from, that prevents me, stops me, whatever you want, however you want to pull it, however you want to put it, okay? That keeps me from doing it. And that's the hope in the Lord, in God. So yeah. All right. That's it. That's all for now. God bless everybody. God bless my subscribers. Happy NFL Sunday to everybody out there. And be blessed, y'all. And I will see y'all next week.